There are few stars more divisive than this guy. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 best and worst Adam Sandler movies.
Once our feet touch that floor, I'm gonna get too many brain cells back. Don't be in such a hurry. That floor is gonna eat us alive.
For this list, we're looking at Adam Sandler's greatest films, along with his most terrible.
Attention, children. There's been a request from the phone company. Would you please install cup phones in every adult bedroom right away?
Number 5, worst, The Ridiculous Six. This limp attempt at a Western comedy marked the dawn of a new era for Adam Sandler.
Looky here. My day is made.
The Ridiculous Six was the first movie to come out of the comedian's collaboration with Netflix. While arguably better shot than some of Happy Madison's lesser films, The Ridiculous Six finds Sandler at his most checked out, with the actor bringing little to no energy to the lead role and rarely cracking anything resembling a joke.
Why have you come here?
Not a man for chit-chat, huh?
Not even the addition of Terry Crews can save The Ridiculous Six. The film meanders along in a way that makes its 2-hour runtime feel interminable. From one poorly conceived sketch about donkey feces to the next, plus ill-conceived caricatures and random baseball games, very little material lands.
Welcome, my friends, to the first ever playing of a new sport. A sport of my own devising. On this field, 2 10-person teams will engage in a battle of... Yes, Keith?
Number 5, best, The Wedding Singer. After 2 movies that stressed Sandler's angry man shtick, The Wedding Singer shifted focus to the comedian's softer side.
Could be the man who grows old with you. I wanna grow with you.
Cast alongside the infallible Drew Barrymore, Sandler's Robbie Hart is genuinely kind and sympathetic, even if being left at the altar left the singer somewhat broken.
You don't know how much I need you.
As a rom-com, The Wedding Singer gets by on the chemistry between its 2 leads, while also using Sandler's trademark outbursts as part of the protagonist's growth rather than just a quick and identifiable gag. While Steve Buscemi might steal the biggest laugh in the movie, Sandler delivers an earnest and warm performance that has stood the test of time.
Why can't you be more like your brother? Harold would never beat up his landlord.
Number 4, worst, Bedtime Stories. In Bedtime Stories, Sandler stars as a handyman who tells stories to his niece and nephew that begin to affect real life.
Oh, no. He was, in fact, just a lowly peasant. And even though he was the son of the late, great Lord Marty, and knew everything there is to know about running a castle, everyone just took him for granted.
It's not the most aggressively terrible Adam Sandler film, but it represents many of the actor's worst traits. In a story that would have felt tired in 1988, let alone 2008, Sandler, as always, plays a passive-aggressive man-child who weasels his way into the role of a hero without much of the prerequisite character depth or sacrifice.
Hello?
Emergency!
They don't have a TV.
Yeah, Wendy doesn't let him watch TV. You didn't know that?
I don't know a lot of things about these kids. I wasn't allowed over here. Their old man didn't like me.
Bedtime Stories saw Sandler trying his hand at a family picture, which might explain why the movie feels so neutered compared to the comedian's other projects.
Are you
alright, Scooter?
Number 4, best, Uncut Gems. Given the right material, Adam Sandler can deliver one hell of a gripping performance, and Uncut Gems finds the actor at the height of his powers.
Precious black opals, that's what that is.
The black opal?
I do my research. These guys live near the Whalo mines, which primarily is red opals, which aren't worth shit, okay?
The Safdie brothers' anxiety-inducing crime thriller casts Sandler as Howard, a jewelry store owner with a gambling addiction that's left many people vying for his head.
What do you want? I already made your bet.
I know. I got to change the bet. I got $21,000 here, so you add it on to the 19 grand. It's $40,000 in all.
Scrap the whole bet?
Scrap the whole bet. I want to make a six-way parlay. Celtics, Sixers game. What's the line?
Still +1.
+1, okay.
Delusionally optimistic and obnoxious yet likable, Howard isn't that far removed from many of Sandler's comedic personas. The difference is that Uncut Gems drops the character in a world that has consequences, and does not reward faux bravado. Uncut Gems is not the easiest of films to sit through, but it is one of Sandler's crowning achievements as an actor.
I told you I was coming to you, and I'm coming to you. I have the stone. Don't you dare leave.
Howard,
No!
Number 3. Worst, Grown-Ups. During the 2010s, quite a few of Sandler's films have felt like little more than an excuse to get the gang back together for a well-paid vacation. But the Grown-Ups movies are the worst offenders.
My dad took away my roller skates. Uh-oh, Vietnam flashback.
While the cast probably had a great time, none of that translates into the final product. What cinema-goers got is 2 movies that are devoid of tension, drive, or any sense of rhythm.
I hope that car never gets fixed.
I don't think it will. I took the spark plugs out.
Nice.
With talents like Chris Rock and Salma Hayek, Grown Ups is blessed with a solid cast, but refuses to do anything with it. Adam Sandler's Grown Ups character can be summed up as nice or good. Unfortunately, he doesn't come anywhere close to funny.
Hey, where's Saskatchewan?
Yeah, I don't know.
Number 3. Best, Happy Gilmore. A quintessential Sandler flick that would encourage many of his subsequent characters, Happy Gilmore embodies the actor's trademark brand of comedic violence without constraints.
I wanna kiss you all over and over and again.
As an explosive hockey player who ends up taking the golf world by storm, Happy is a truly strange beast of a personality. One who is pretty awful, but still somehow endearing.
Son of a bitch, Paul, why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
Of course, partial credit for Happy's hero status must go to Christopher McDonald's turn as the cartoonishly sinister main villain.
Thank you, Doug. You know, I saw Doug play yesterday, and I gotta tell you, this guy spends more time in the sand than David Hasselhoff.
Happy Gilmore is an unhinged force of a movie that, while not to everyone's tastes, played a crucial role in cementing Sandler as comedy royalty. Number 2. Worst, That's My Boy. Branded with an R rating and co-starring another SNL alum in Andy Samberg, That's My Boy should have been better than many of Adam Sandler's insomnia-curing later-day vehicles.
I wish you had exploded. That way we wouldn't have to see your stupid face anymore. Did you happen to notice I created a whole fake life just so I could get away from you?
Your mother's sick, by the way.
Even though Donnie Berger is a more vigorous character than Sandler's typical popular outcasts, in general, That's My Boy is insufferable and lazily crude.
I am aware that a lot of people think that this young man is not really a victim, but someone that's living the ultimate teenage boy's fantasy.
It blatantly regurgitates the same tired punchlines without trying to deliver anything new besides just being a lot more vulgar. The exhausting humor alone is enough to sink That's My Boy. But the film also tackles sensitive topics with all the nuance of, well, a bottom-of-the-barrel Happy Madison production.
Is that the earring that I gave you after the Loverboy concert?
Yes, it is, Miss McGarrigle.
Number 2. Best, Billy Madison. Even after more than 2 decades of Sandler, Billy Madison still stands out as a refreshingly silly comedy that makes the best out of the actor's adolescent humor. Billy is an emotionally stunted and penguin-hallucinating man-child who must go back to school to inherit his father's company. Otherwise, it will go to the evil vice president.
That's not fair. Rizzuto is not a word. He's a baseball player. You're cheating.
Would you like to try the word buzz?
I hate cursive and I hate all of you!
Billy Madison is one of Sandler's most surreal movies, one that distills the comedian's brand of entertainment to its purest and most unfiltered form. Like most of the comedian's earlier flicks, Billy Madison is a love it or hate it affair, but it does capture Sandler at his most honest and exuberant.
Shampoo is better. I go on first and clean the hair. Conditioner is better. I leave the hair silky and smooth. Oh, really, fool? Really?
You know, I know 50 First Dates is not on here, but that is one of my favorite Sandler movies, along with Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, and The Wedding Singer. Anyway, any idea which movies we think are the Sandman's best and worst of all time? Let's look through the honorable and dishonorable mentions, and we shall find out.
There's no rhyme or reason to this game. Where are the patterns? He just attacks out of left field.
Patterns? Is that why you were so good with Pac-Man and Centipede?
Your dad was with Julia, I was with Maya, before the divorces.
Well, before his second divorce, he'd already divorced my mom, but yeah, those were fun dinners.
Are you going somewhere after this?
Dad said it was black tie.
I'm dropping these off. They were my Albert shoes. They shouldn't go to waste. You should sell them.
I don't sell shoes.
And his overcoat is in there, too. It's very nice. You should wear it.
It's clean. It's cold. Now that's what I call high-quality H2O.
Oh! No, Daddy's fine, buddy. I could go home right now if I wanted to. I'm only staying here because your Uncle Chucky, he's afraid to sleep alone.
It's true, Eric. If he don't sleep with me, then I gotta sleep with Dr. Honey. You never know with Dr. Honey what kind of mood she's gonna be in. What's this guy's name?
Scuba Steve.
I like his flippers. Does he ever take them off?
No.
How about if he goes bowling? They don't make him wear bowling shoes? They let him wear the flippers?
Yes.
Really?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Worst. Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill is a marvel to behold.
My friend Mimi's mom dates a boy. She made it sound like a computer.
Oh, I've heard of this. Now, I would do that. I don't know how to use a computer or a radar or a robot or whatever.
The 2011 comedy, a phrase to be used lightly, is so completely incompetent, unabashedly grating, and insultingly formulaic that it seems to exist solely to elevate Sandler's other films by association.
What did you say?
I'm kidding. We don't need...
Oh, stop it!
Why won't you help me?
What are you doing? Put Poopsie down!
Sandler works double duty as an executive with a nearly perfect life and his sister who ruins it. The star plays Jill as an unlikable caricature whose comedic depth never rises above the level of crude fart dispenser and an annoying voice. Even with Al Pacino giving a bizarrely committed performance, Jack and Jill is an abomination on a scale seldom seen in cinema.
And I wanted to tell you, Al, if she wasn't receptive the other night... Sister! Oh my God!
I know she's in here, Popcorn.
How'd you get over the fence?
Number 1. Best. Punch Drunk Love. Even in the dumbest of comedies, Adam Sandler's characters usually have an element of tragedy and frustration to them.
I'm looking at your advertisement for the airline promotion and giveaway.
Odd stuff, frequent flyer plan.
Yeah, it's hard to understand because it says in addition to, but I can't exactly understand in addition to what because there's actually nothing to add it to.
In Paul Thomas Anderson's Punch Drunk Love, however, these layers are brought to the forefront. Sandler's Barry is a lonely and beaten down man who sells novelty items, has 7 of the worst siblings ever, and miraculously finds himself in a love story.
It's a lot of family, must be nice.
Do you have brothers or sisters?
No, I'm the exact opposite.
That must be nice. That must be really...
No, it's terrible. What's the pudding for?
Barry's many angry outbursts are not cathartic or done for laughs. They cumulatively serve as a cry for help that those around him choose to ignore or aggravate.
My sister's a liar. I have to go to the bathroom.
Punch Drunk Love is a film that could only have come to be with Adam Sandler in the lead role, and the world is better off for it. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.